Hey everyone, before I get started, I just want to remind you that if you like my content, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and then join the Militia Man and Crew Patreon community by clicking the link in the caption. Hey, good evening everybody, it's Militia Man, and it is Friday night, and I know that you're being patient. I just wanted to give you a quick update, and there's so many things that have been happening, but it's getting a little bit quiet. It's getting a little quiet in the news. I can see that by the feed that I get from Samson. She feeds me 4, 5, 6, 7 pages a day, and we've got about 2. I got some other contacts that are. We have a lot of people that are involved in this around the world, and the media is relatively quiet. So does that tell all? Well, it's just an indicator that quiet time sometimes is good. But the thing is that we went over the last video that we did. I went through 5 points. It was hey, your dinars are strong. We're going to be the strongest. The dinar will rise against the dollar in the next few weeks. We have the next things they're going to say, we're going to do this soon. And this is coming from them. This isn't just stuff I've made up. If you come to Patreon with Militia Man and Crew, you'll be able to see that all the data that I'm talking about is right there in front of you. You can have it, you can access it, easy search menus, all that kind of stuff. The great thing too is about a sidebar is that, our Discord chat forum has an amazing amount of data, which also reiterates everything that I'm saying. It doesn't have the analysis that I'm talking about, but it's got the group of people, all you patrons that bring us this information are fabulous. Gigi's a coordinator, Samson's a newshound, Sunkiss comes in and helps out. We got Pompey Peter, we got Petra, we got Day Trader, we got Aggie Dad, we have all these different people. Frosty, the man was amazing. All those people, they may lurk a little bit, but they're still here with us. The good thing about it is that Al-Sudani said now. That is a very key point that where we're headed. And interestingly enough, when he said that, he comes back a little bit later and he talks about that the exchange rate, or no, not really the exchange rate. He just said that the dinar is going to be a little bit stronger. He implies 1.5 times. Be careful on how you think about that. Some of the folks out there seem to think that means it's $1.5. But think about it in a context of a different circumstance. He's talking about the official exchange rate. The official exchange rate is 1310. That official exchange rate has a reciprocal valuation to it. It's their words, not mine. Fact remains is it's let's put it this way, I believe 1310 equates to 00076336. You guys do the math, see if I'm right. I could be off just a smidge. So, but when he says 1.5 times that's a totally different equation, because currencies are valued by reciprocals, an expression of what central banks value currencies at. So when he says 1.5 times, well, what's 1.5 times 0.000763336? It turns out to be about 0.0015405. Forgive me, kitty cat just showed up. Totoro, she says hello. Okay. So anyway, the point is that Al-Sudani, the prime minister, has said that hold your dinar. We've talked about this. Hold your dinar because they're going to be stronger than the dollar. And we're going to see that. Okay? So what they've done is they have an electronic platform. That platform is the electronic platform. Know your customer. You have to be able to prove who you are to be able to get dollars for real imports. You have to have the money. So what's happening is that they've worked it to the point where they're eradicating the black market. I mean by that is the parallel market. So that's what they mean by that. Historically, it's been that, but the parallel market is is going by the wayside. And so when they say that they're going to do that and they're going to make it to be 1.5 times, it means that the 1310 official rate is no longer going to be the official rate. They're going to adjust it 1.5 times. So effectively, if you say, well, 1.5 times that reciprocal that I told you about 0007 is going to be 0011 or close, right? That means that 1310 becomes 837, real close. Not a mathematician, you guys. But if you think about that, as they do that, what it creates is an environment that the dollar becomes less valuable to the dinar. And therefore, those people on the ground that own dinar and own dollars, when they exchange, they have to figure out, well, why are we going to be doing this together? The point here is that the smaller amount of dinars equates to less profit. And to that, I say, is that this is where these guys are coming to the forefront, and they realize, the exchangers realize, that they're not getting 1450, they're not getting 1600, they're not getting 1800, they're only going to get 800. Because why? The people don't want to sell any longer. So it's going to be harder and harder for that black market or that parallel market, that local market, to be able to exchange their currency. And so that it's coming to a head. If you're going to do real imports, you need to be on a platform. If you're going to do real dollar trade, because why do everybody do real dollar trade? Because the United States of America's currency happens to be the world reserve currency, and that's where products are being sold at. So it's not necessarily a complex issue. It really comes down to is that, can we do trade? Yes or no? Do I have a job? Yes or no? So they're working through this, and they're going to get through it. But the bottom line is the parallel market, the black market, is actually it's going bye-bye. And we can see that today. So look, not everything's in print, right? We have people that are coming from all different angles of the world that are studying this just like we are. The aspect of them publicly telling us everything, it's not our business, it's theirs. So be careful. Slow down. Let's watch and see what these guys will say to us. Because truthfully, on the street, they're going to make changes, and it's not our business. It's Iraq's business. Their culture's business. They're going through Ramadan, they're going into Eid al-Fitr, they're doing all the things that they do on a regular basis. And that's going to be an important aspect. So when they say that they have changed, and Al-Sudani, like I did in my last video, they talk about that they're going to adjust the currency to fit specific ratios. And those are my words, but they are going to do that, and they're in the process of doing it. I would suggest that if in fact that they do what they say they're going to do. We're going to do it soon. We're going to do it in weeks. We're going to do it in days. We're going to do it now. We're going to do 1.5 times. By that equation that Al-Sudani is giving you, not me, that's his equation. If that holds true, what they've done is they have adjusted the rate again to squeeze the black market, that parallel market, that local market. Squeeze them. They're scared. They're nervous. Today, if you did the math, like I gave it to you a little bit, right? It fits, because today I am hearing, and hopefully we'll see it in the news in the coming hours, days, etc., is that they actually did do what Sudani said. Sudani is for the people. Al-Sadr is being quiet. Al-Sadr is a cleric. He is a very driving force in the economy and into their country, religiously, politically, and socially. And he is being quiet and allowing it. If you recall, we had riots in the streets. We had all those different things. We don't have that anymore. Al-Sudani is taking charge. He's going for the citizens. He's literally doing what he is said to do, and he's being a statesman, not unlike al-Sadr. Of course, you guys, I'm not going to get into his past because of the point of the UK and all the coalition forces and all that stuff in the Iraqi war. That's not my problem. So the point is, hey, he's not yakking. That means things are going good. So in the meantime, when we have for instance, a sidebar on the topic of transport, Iraq's clarification, and that they have literally the clarification. These guys have ascended into the international world for global transport. International global transport, trucking. It's basically done. Everybody's going to come into the country. They're going to rebuild it. It's going to be phenomenal. I believe that to be phenomenal stuff.